My name is Melissa Recchia. I was originally diagnosed in August of 2009 with a soft tissue sarcoma tumor in my leg. I was 16 years old. I originally did 2 years of IV chemotherapy through my port, which equated to about 54 rounds. And then I was in remission for a year and a half, and then I relapsed at 21, and then I just recently relapsed again at 22 in August of last year. My emotions when I was first diagnosed was anger. I'm a religious person, so my anger was originally directed towards God, because I was mad at Him for punishing me for something that I didn't deserve, didn't do anything. I was always a healthy child, so anger was definitely one of my biggest feelings. And then I was scared because I was 16. I hadn't really had anyone in my family that I knew of that had been diagnosed with cancer. My aunt had it, but she died when she was 23, several years before I was born. And so the only thing that I knew about cancer was, the St. Jude commercials where they show little kids with bald heads. And for me, that was just a huge thing as a girl, like losing your hair. It's, society defines it as being beautiful. And that was a very scary aspect for me to have that be something that would happen. And then my anger was, I was sad. Having cancer definitely puts you in a different category than everybody else. No one really understands what's going on. You have friends, but the friends that you have don't know what to do. They don't know how to act around you. And then I would say the last 2 times I was re-diagnosed or relapsed, it was more of a depressed kind of feeling. I was more depressed about the fact that, I had beaten it once before, or twice before, and then, again, I was dealt this card that I didn't feel like I was deserved. And I definitely, the first time I relapsed, I definitely spiraled kind of downwards towards a really bad depression. And it was places like Can't Make a Dream that kind of helped me spiral back up. I got to meet people who were my age, who maybe not had the same cancer as me, but they might have had the same treatments. And then with my recent diagnosis in August of 2015, I can't really describe my feelings. I was more of like, this can't be happening again. Like, this is not going to be my normal. This can't be my normal. And I was again depressed and didn't really know what to do with myself or how to act, because at this point I was in college. And so, having cancer in college is a lot different than having cancer in high school. And I was worried about what my peers would think of me when I made the decision to shave my head. I was very self-conscious of the fact that I would be walking around my very large college campus with no hair, and how that would define me as a woman, and how people would look at me. And I was afraid of the stares that I would get. And while I get stares, it doesn't really bother me anymore. And then most recently, I went on a trip with First Descents, and they truly helped me come out of my shell, because ever since I was diagnosed at 16, I have never really felt strong. It was not something that I thought that I would ever be able to do. And so I think it is very, very important for people to have this kind of an outlet to go to. Legislatively wise, for the young adult cancer community, I think it's really important for people to understand that what we go through is different than what adults go through, than what kids go through. We definitely have a little bit more of trials than you would expect. We're at the age where everything really should be going well for us. And so I think it's important for them legislatively to be involved, to know the statistics, to know what's going on in our community, to know that there are young adults who are struggling, that we don't have the research that is needed to help better our survival rates.